Today that every school district will adhere to, which is that every teacher, every classroom in the state will have a Bible in the classroom and will be teaching from the Bible in the classroom.
Now, this is Ryan Walters, and he is right now, he's talking about, he was pushing for Bibles to be in the classroom. He is a MAGA politician. Well, Ryan was caught in a meeting watching porn. Yeah, the same politician that was pushing the Bible, saying it need to be in the classrooms. He was caught watching porn. We started from the top.
We will be issuing a memo today that every school district will adhere to, which is that every teacher, every classroom in the state will have a Bible in the classroom and will be teaching from the Bible in the classroom.
Let me tell you, man, I don't need let me say this the best way. Let me articulate this the best way I can without getting banned. I do not need the descendants of the people who enslaved my ancestors to teach me the Bible. I do not need you to teach me the Bible or my children. I will teach my people the Bible my damn self. You know what I'm saying? I don't need you. I don't need any descendant of Pilgrims, of Quakers to teach me anything when it comes to God. I don't need it. Should we be surprised is the question. And let me see. This is Renee said, of course he was. Of course he was watching porn after pushing that every Bible be in classrooms and teachers teach it. Nora Wilson, I said, crazy. It is crazy, sis. That's because he's a Christian and who don't believe a damn thing in it, right? Teach us nothing. You don't need to teach us nothing. Your time, like America's time for teaching anything about spirituality, about morality is over with. Okay? It's over with. I don't need to hear what it is to be, a spiritual person and believe. I don't need your white Jesus. I don't need it. Why? I can look at the track record. In the name of white Jesus, my ancestors were hung from trees. In the name of white Jesus, my ancestors were burnt in the streets, dismembered their bodies, and took body parts as souvenirs. I don't need you to teach me about no damn morality or no spirituality. I know what America stands on. America stands on violence. That's what America stands on. America's, and I'm not talking about that's what America teaches. I'm talking about Martin Luther King, like we always like to use this. I'm talking about the content of the character of America. I'm talking about what actually happened, what's written in the history books. America stands on violence. They don't know no other language but the language of bloodshed. Like you can talk all you want to talk, this peace talk and, being judged by the content of your character, but they can't hear that. They only understand violence and bloodshed. And that's when they react. And that's when they scared. And that's where they get the memo. That's it. This nation, this Christian nation, was built off of bloodshed, y'all. It wasn't built off of people, coming together, loving one another, shaking hands, and, having barbecues and good business practices, deep, upstanding, and, honest dealings. It wasn't built like that. It was built like, I shake your hand, I tell you one thing, but in the back of my mind, I'm plotting on taking everything from you. That's how America was built. It was built on, I bring you over here and you work the land and you do all the work. In the back of my mind, I feel like I'm superior to you. So I'm right for having you in subjugation. I'm right for having you in chains and slavery. That's how America was built. When they talk about making America great, that's what it was all about. Now you have a Christian Republican pushing Bibles, but on the other end, he's pushing buttons, watching porn on his phone during meetings. And don't ever think that this is just some isolated incident. Like they think it was some isolated incident back in the year, but that was a few years ago. That was some years ago, probably over 10 years ago, when Donald Sterling, the owner of the Clippers, he had a black girlfriend. It was a black woman that I guess she was she went to a game and was sitting in the front seat with Magic Johnson. And he was like, don't hang around them. And I think he called black people monkeys. And she recorded it and it came out. Well, what they did with him was they said, you can't be the head of the Clippers anymore. You have to sell the Clippers. Right? And I said, you think that is just him? Man, they all think like that. He's just the one that got caught. And so like this politician, Mr. Walters, he got caught. He got caught by the wrong one. See, when they get caught, when you get caught red-handed, they have to in some way kind of like make a moral example of you, even though you're their own. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's one of them, they have to make some type of moral example to for the people that see this to they don't want to lose the trust of the people that see these things. And the same with that NBA incident. The NBA is 90% black. Like you can't have a openly racist owner. Like you're going to lose the trust. You're going to lose fans. You got to keep these people believing in this thing. That's the same with this. So don't think that he's the only one doing some off stuff, doing some crazy stuff behind the scene. It was some years back where there was this politician. I don't know if he was on the East Coast somewhere, but he was connected to a ship, a boat that had like 90,000 pounds of cocaine. It got busted and it was connected to him. He was an active politician, but I'm just saying, like, these people don't really have no morals. America pushed this Christianity doctrine, but all they was doing was committing bloodshed in order to make America, in order to make it great. And he is just another example of that. A hypocrite. Like black people got to learn from these people. Don't be a hypocrite. Don't be the person that is saying all of this stuff, rah, 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 out in the community, an advocate for the community, giving out turkeys, helping, doing mentor programs, but at night you're selling drugs to your people. At night you going and buying hoes and sitting in a strip club. Don't be like them, black man. Don't be like them, black woman. Be righteous, right?